Hey, Dr. Bob here. In this short video, I just want to go through and explain and show some examples of what the proper work desk setup should look like. Because some of you guys have been working from home for 3 or 4 weeks and you're starting to notice the effects of not having, the $1,000 chair that your company supplies for you, or the stand-up desk that you're used to using, and you're starting to notice headaches and back pain and neck tension. And so I want to show you what you should look for at home to set up your desk and your workstation. But I also want to show you a couple of different stretches and exercises for your neck, for your shoulders, for your lower back, and show you what you can do at home that, even if you're having to work 8 or 10 hours on a computer, do a couple of these exercises and stretches, and it'll kind of reset your muscles. Okay, so let's look at this setup. So there's 3 different aspects to the home workstation. First, we're going to look at your desk, then we're going to look at your chair, and then finally we're going to look at your computer setup before I get to the stretches and exercises to show you also. But let's talk about the desk first. So, I highly recommend that you invest in a desk that can be adjustable, so it can go from a seated position to what we call a standing desk. There's a lot of different options out there, but I kind of show you a lower end one and then a higher end one. First off, the lower end one, I know IKEA makes one that starts out, I think it's around $240, and you can crank it up to a standing position. There's another company called it might be called Vari, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but they make a few different ones that start off at around $300. And this desk actually sits on top of your normal seated desk, and you can raise it up. One of the most important things to look for are the settings. So you want to find one that's, a good quality chair, but you want to make sure that it has enough settings that you can adjust to customize for you. So you want to make sure that you can adjust the height, obviously, but you also want to make sure that the armrests are adjustable, that there's a lumbar support to it. You want to make sure that the headrest can be adjusted. And the biggest reason for this is that you want to sit with your arms and legs and ankles and hips all at a 90-degree angle, and you want your forearms pointed slightly down. And so the positions of the chair will make this possible. Now, when it comes to different brands, there's a lot of different chairs out there, and over the years, more people than not have told me that the $1,000 chair that they sit in at work is not as comfortable as the $140 one that they have at their house. So just some food for thought, but I think that having the right amount of settings is the most important aspect. And in addition to that, I also recommend, having an exercise ball in your office. And I don't know that I would recommend sitting on it all day, although people are known to do that. You might see them in your office, and that's great if you can do it. But if you can't, as long as you alternate between sitting at your normal desk chair, standing with a standing desk at times, and then throw the ball in and sit on that for a couple of hours out of the day, you're really working to reset muscles and use different muscle groups that line your spine, and that should help minimize pain. And then finally, we look at your monitor setup. The biggest thing when you see this diagram is you want to have your arms, your legs, your ankles all positioned at 90 degrees. You also want to be around 20 to 30 inches away from your monitor, and then you want your monitor to be tilted up just slightly. You want to make sure that your monitor is just below eye level. So, you don't want to be looking way up at it. You don't want to be looking down at it. You want it just to be just below your eye level. Okay, now I want to show you a couple of different stretches that you can do throughout the day. So if you're sitting at a desk for a long period of time, you're going to want to take a break every hour or so and try to work on some of these stretches. It's good to get them into a routine. But first off, you're going to see me, I'm stretching my neck out here. So I'm going to, bend my ear down to my shoulder, and I'm going to hold this stretch for a few seconds. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Hold that for a few seconds. Then I'm going to tuck my chin down to my chest. I'm going to hold that for a few seconds, and then I'm going to look up at the ceiling for a few seconds. And then the last one is what's called chin retraction. So you're trying to push your chin back to your spine, or it's like if you're trying to make a double chin, that's what this movement looks like. Really good for people that sit at a computer all day. Then we're gonna go into lower back stretching, and we're gonna do, sway side to side, 10, 15 times. So this is like a tree that's swaying in the breeze, backwards and forwards. You're gonna do this 10 to 15 times also. And essentially we're trying to pump fluid into our spine, into the discs that are in between the bones. So we're gonna do, this last one is called trunk twists. We're trying to get fluid into our spine and try to reset these muscles. So you're gonna do that at your desk. And then the next exercise or stretch is called cat-cow. And with this, you'll see how she rounds her back for a few seconds, and then she decompresses her back for a few seconds. And again, all of this is designed to help someone that's sitting for a long period of time. So, gravity compresses your spine, and all of these exercises are designed to do the opposite of that. So we're engaging muscles, we're stretching them, we're making muscles longer, and then we're pumping fluid into the intervertebral discs, which are the spaces in between each vertebrae. And that's the biggest problem that you see if somebody sits for a long period of time. And then this next stretch is called a piriformis stretch. So the piriformis muscle, if it's tight, it'll pinch off the sciatic nerve, and you'll feel pain going down into your lower back, hip, even down into your leg, maybe down to your knee. So you see how she crosses her foot over her knee, and then she stretches back. And if you're noticing sciatic nerve pain, this will feel really good. And you want to do this on both sides also, as to not to create any type of muscle imbalances. And then the last exercise is called a plank. And so what you want to do is you want to get up on your elbows, get on your toes. You want to hold this position as long as you can. Shoot for 30 seconds if you've never done it before. And this is a great core exercise because it engages a lot of different muscles within your back, within your trunk, hips, to keep you stabilized. This is one of the best overall core exercises that you can do. And then the very last thing I recommend is, getting out some sort of a yoga mat, laying on a flat surface like you see me here. Roll up a towel, put it underneath your neck, and you just want to lay there. You want to put your arms out to the side, but we're basically trying to open your chest muscles up. So you can see I have a foam roller underneath my neck, but when you sit and you slouch throughout the day, different muscles are being engaged, and this is going to reset those. So you just want to hold this position, and you can lay there for a few minutes, but that goes a long way. So hopefully you got some great information from this video. If you're someone that, works at a desk, is working from home, maybe you've tried a lot of the things that I mentioned in this video already, and you're just not seeing much relief from it, reach out to us. Schedule an appointment, come into our office, let me do a consultation and an examination and find out if there's anything more specific that you need. If I can help, I can provide recommendations on what you would need and how much I can help. If I can't help, I can always point you in the right direction. So reach out to us. You can give us a call at 980-406-3862, or you can visit our website. It's www.activelifenc.com, and you can actually schedule appointments through our website as well. So best of luck to you, and I will talk to you soon.